Greetings. That's how I'm gonna start. Greetings. This is a story about neuer.world. It is a story about overthinking, about the power of having and not having. No, what did I say? What did I say? The power of having and not having thoughts? Yes, this is a story about overthinking. I said quiet on set.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
I'm quiet.
I can hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I feel like standing is the spotlight, the mic is it feels like social media, like what we're doing is pretty much I started out trying to show off my fit. That was the plan. Come in here, make a video. I got the little, bon John John. I feel like I get ideas and then the idea becomes a larger idea and then it's hard to like get back to what the original or rooted idea was, which was probably a lot simpler, but then it's like knowing that you got equipment, certain lighting and whatever else. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I feel like the start of this was like creating for creation's sake. Like, oh, I have a fun idea. Let me make either this like cool dance video to Kendrick's new album, because literally like listening to music, I just hear or I see certain like visuals. So first the idea was like, okay, I have this thought and I'm listening to this song and I have this like visual in mind. Let's get into the habit of actually like just making some stuff. So that was the plan today. And then came in here and I feel like I started thinking about all the other stuff that I could put at the forefront because of social media. So it's like, oh, I need to be like advertising myself. I need to let people know my books are open, or let people know like they can book me because everybody thinks I'm busy. And so, yeah, it's like I started thinking differently about like what this piece should be, and then that turned into it derailing into something totally different. And now we're talking about my thoughts. So, where does that leave us?
I think a lot of what you talked about, I definitely resonate with. It's like, you know who you are, you know what you're capable of, and that's both like a hindrance and a blessing sometimes, because like people can compliment you on things, but you know like how nervous you felt or how anxious you were, how uncertain you were, or how last minute the thing was, or how before going into it you didn't feel like you had this wealth of creativity going into it. And then when they see it, all they see is like how good it looks and who it's with, and they see that in the as like another like notch on your belt in a sense. So it's like knowing who you are both from a standpoint of what you're capable of, and also like knowing the type of person you actually have like the capacity to be. Like I can be a very nervous, paralyzed, confused person. And as much as I try not to be that, it feels like it's tied to my creativity for me. It's like it's like a curse. It's like a double-edged sword. It's like I'm gonna give you the power to create any thought. I'm also gonna give you. You're also gonna be plagued with overthinking. So I'm like, it's like when you have so many ideas, you like start to grade them. Like, which one of these is the best idea? Like you try to quantify the idea. And then the moment you start to like put it into reality, reality changes it. Maybe you don't have all the lights you need. Maybe you don't have as much time as you need, or the people, or maybe the camera that's in your mind just doesn't exist. Like the angles and shit. I don't know. It can be kind of depressing, but you can also submit to creativity. Think about like I think about like musicians. Like think about when you DJing where like you're not thinking about the board and like the limitations of it or like your laptop. Like you reach a flow where you just like in the music and like you thinking about the next song, but it's more so like you feeling like the next song. Like there feels like there is an objectively right thing to do. It's like you in the flow. Like that's like what I like to be in. And I think it's hard to maintain that sometimes over every step of the creative I feel like we should normalize talking with our eyes closed.
You just love having your eyes closed.
I do, bruh. It's so comforting. It's so comforting. Like,
and take my glass. What do you be imagining when like your eyes are closed? Like what's happening?
I'm like creating.
A picture?
Well, it's like I'm still in this room, but like I can feel like the depth in this room. So like sometimes if like say me and Aaron are on the phone, and when I feel like we're really close to each other in conversation, the room feels very small. And when I feel like, and it's not like I'm controlling the feeling, it's more so like my emotions are tied to like how expansive the room feels. So when I feel nervous or like disconnected, the room starts to like really spread out, and I feel really small inside the room. And that's like in conversation. As I'm like navigating my thoughts, like I am like building a picture of what I want to say. Like I'm like going through my memories. I'm going through like, as I was talking about like achievements and shit. I'm like thinking about really cool images I made. And when I'm talking about being nervous, I'm like reimagining like times where I literally physically felt like paralyzed by like the desire to create and also like the fear of like failing and shit. So I'm like, it's a lot of images and shit. I'm like, that are playing in my head, but I'm also trying to like create a picture of the conversation. Like what am I saying right now? You know, like right now I'm like, I could tell that I'm getting nervous about what I'm saying because like the room, I'm like, am I certain of this? Like the room feels, I feel like I'm here again. Like I don't feel as imaginative. Like I feel like I'm trying to like bring all my attention inside to like start to protect myself. Like I can feel me like closing off a little bit, like oh maybe I'm talking too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I guess it's like when niggas is trying to make an edit, it's like you want to kind of try to be concise and in thought so that you can cut this and make it digestible for Instagram. But
mm-hmm.
yeah, I think what this feels like right now is like therapy in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like getting back to that, in therapy you don't really try to like, you know, tailor what you're gonna talk about. You just start talking.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess it's like I started thinking about how quickly things need to happen, and I feel like I just be taking a long time, and we battle with that ourselves, just like taking a long time to like deliver things, and each for its own reasons. But yeah, I'm just like, okay, I need to like do something quick so that I can like easily put it out. And but yeah, I feel like I got emotional because one, I think having your eyes closed is nice, but I think I just feel overwhelmed in life in general. So it's like I feel like it's being reflected a little bit here, where it's like, but I think sometimes because I can do so many different things, I have a hard time figuring out which direction to go. And then, but it's like earlier when I was dancing, it's like I can dance, you know, I can move my body, but like sometimes your body knows when like you forcing something versus when it's just like flowing naturally. And I feel like now, you know, we're flowing naturally a little bit, but I think my brain is definitely still thinking about the bigger picture. And I think that's what hinders like progress. Is when I start thinking about like, what am I doing this for? Who is it for? What story am I telling? Why am I doing this? Like when I just start asking too many questions, I feel like I fall outside of grace.
Yeah, I heard something today that was like, it's like we get so caught up in asking why
Yeah.
as a means of like trying to avoid what is. And I think that's kind of how it is like with our gifts and our talents and our abilities sometimes, where it's like how you were talking about, like I want to do something intentional, like
Yeah.
it's almost like trying to weaponize it. It's not weaponized. It's more so. I mean, the elephant in the room is like monetizing your creativity.
Yeah.
Like there is a speed at which it feels like you have to move in order to be like successful in this age that we in right now. You know, like, and maybe if we could be a little bit faster, we could make a little bit more money. It's like always like the feeling. And there's, I mean, it's not just, it's like all of that. It's not like, kind of tangent here is like, I feel like sometimes I try to like ask myself why I feel this way and come up with a single answer. And it's like, it's so many things, bro. Like, it's the desire to keep up with social media. It's knowing that I got cool ass fucking ideas. It's knowing that I want to make more money doing this shit. It's also knowing that I don't want to work in like, I don't want to like have to just leverage my like creativity for like financial purposes and shit. It's like,
Right.
and still it's like also feeling like I've been thinking about all of this shit for Ellis and I want to finally figure it out and move on. And this shit is definitely like, I feel like we in the same space because I was literally asking ChatGPT,
Yeah.
like, how do you balance
Yeah.
trying, like, I feel like I'm good at so many things. How do I balance? And it's like, you have to sacrifice and like focus on one thing at a time. No, it just feels so hard to focus on, like, I want to be able to do and look like I can do multiple things.
Mhm.
Like, because there is like how I want to be like seen by people. Like, I want people to see me the way I see myself,
Yeah.
and I also want to see myself the way I see myself. If that makes sense.
Yeah. One thought I had while you said curse was earlier my uncle talked about that at church, and he said that he was talking about burdens actually. And let me see. Let me get my phone. So when I walked in, he said many of us have burdens, and the burdens like it's what lets us know when like God is about to do something, like when something's like burdening your heart. Yeah. Then he also talked about like not turning to people when it comes to your burdens. Like a lot of people, go to their friend or go to social media or go to something else instead of like going to God about it. But literally, what this says is like burdens are not curses. And I was like, I needed to hear that because when somebody experiences the same loop, it's like, bruh, is this shit like, am I like stuck with this or like what is it? And um, so burdens are not curses. Burden is tied to your identity and is placed to align you with your purpose. If you spend more time with God, you can learn what that I guess like purpose or identity is on like why you're burdened so much. But yeah, thought that was cool.
Yes.